Not too long ago, I shared a story about a guy that I had talked to at the gym who was part of an organization that I'm a part of called Warrior. And I'm not sure exactly what I shared, but I got a text from him the other day that was pretty amazing. And it was the reason why I do these videos, the reason why I do what I do. And it doesn't matter if it's for one person or if it's for 100 or 1,000 or 100,000 or a million. One interaction can lead to so many different things. Very beautiful and amazing things. And this is an example. So, a little backstory if you didn't listen to my previous story, and I'll try and make it quick. So I go to a gym down here, a couple of different gyms actually, and I like meeting new people. I like being around new people and having new experiences. And this gym it's a chain that's local to where I'm at. And I was kind of just doing my thing, and I wear these shirts that are from the group that I'm a part of. And the shirt might say Warrior, it might say Kingdom, it might say King, it might say whatever. But when you see the shirt, if you are a part of Warrior in any way, you know that person is not just a part of it, but is probably really in deep with it. And so I'm doing my workout, and he ends up coming up to me. And this is the first of maybe 2 times we've talked at the gym. Okay. Uh, so he comes up to me, introduces himself, says, "Oh, you're part of Warrior," and obviously I was. And he starts sharing about what he did and so on. A few months later, I end up going to one of the events of kind of when you're part of this organization, there is the free, there is kind of like the $97 thing, and there's these online courses, and then there are the kind of the top tier things that generally cost a couple $1,000s a month to be a part of. And so I went to one of those things, one of those events, and I saw him there. I had already been a part of those events for a while. He was newer to it than I was, and so I had already seen him there. Or sorry, I saw him there, but I had already known most of the people that were there. And I hadn't been to one of the events in a long time. And so as soon as I get there, Garrett looks at me, who's the head, Garrett White, and he's like, holy, I'm not going to cuss in this one, but it's Mr. Soto. What are you doing here? And everyone's eyes go onto me, to include my friend that I had met at the gym. And so from then on, it was cool because it was a good introduction of me to everyone else, including the guy who I had talked to. And we talked a little bit during the event, but event ended, I went home, I had things to do, and I had seen him maybe about a week later at the gym. And we ended up talking for like 30 to 40 minutes. And the reason being was this. He is a very cool guy, a very smart guy. And when we were talking, I I said to him, can I give you some advice? And he's like, yeah, of course. And I said, I'm only saying this because I was in this same exact spot. And the advice was, well, I want to kind of phrase it better. So I told him this was the exact same situation I was in. And the situation was, he's putting out this content that is meant to inspire, motivate, and ultimately get clients for coaching, specifically men who want to have a better life, whether it's financially, relationships, or whatever. And he's definitely the guy to teach that and to coach that, because he's doing very, very well, and he's just that type of guy. But when he's doing the content, I could feel that he wasn't all in on himself. I could feel that he was holding back, or he didn't believe what he was saying. And I told him that I know that feeling. Even when I was doing $2 million a year dropshipping on Amazon, and I had this successful business going, and I was teaching people how to do what I was doing, I still had in the back of my mind, as I'm doing webinars, as I'm launching courses, who am I to do this? People are going to find out that I am a fake. I'm an imposter. Even though I was actually doing what I was saying. People were going to find out somehow. I don't even know. Obviously, it's not logically even possible that what I'm saying, because it's me saying it, because I don't trust myself, I don't believe myself. Because of that, I am going to get found out. And so I told him that I felt that same thing, dude. I feel that. I know as soon as I see you, it reminds me of where I was at. And he looks at me and he says, you know, you are absolutely right. And I don't know how to get rid of that. Now turn left onto Mulberry Road. So I shared with him what I did, and I've talked about it in previous videos, but one is breath work. 2 is revealing and releasing. Breath work, I use Breathe with Sandy. He's a guy that does the really good breath work videos. And then for the revealing and releasing, a guy named Brian Begin, spelled like begin, Begin. He's with Fearless Man. And he has these revealing and releasing meditations. And anything that you can do to get into your body, because as men, we tend to go boop right into our heads, and we forget about our body. We can't feel our body. We get like all tensed up, or we go into fight or flight mode, and sometimes we don't even realize it. And so I shared with him these things, and he was one of the 1%, because I can share 99 people, and really only 1 or 2 people will do what I share. But he was one of them who actually did what he said that he wanted. And because of that, I had seen on his Instagram a picture of him talking on the microphone in front of all these guys from Warrior. And you can feel just in the picture alone that he was fully himself. And it was a side picture. It looked like an amazing just authority picture that he could use for his marketing. So I ended up copying it, texting it to him and saying, dude, this is an awesome authority picture. And he wrote back saying, that's because of our talk that we had. Your talk, the talk that we had at the gym, changed the trajectory of my life. And I'm so grateful to you for it. The talk that we had at the gym changed the trajectory of my life. And I am so grateful to you for it. One person who is now affecting some of the most powerful men in America, some of the most successful entrepreneurs in America. Because he took action on one simple little thing that could change how he showed up, he is now fully engaged with other people as himself. His life is changed. The trajectory of where he was going has changed. And I see videos of him, see videos of his wife and him on Instagram, and they are so good. They are so good. And the feeling of these videos and pictures and everything like that went from feeling just a tiny little bit of hesitation to fully 100% present as himself. It's a night and day difference. I'm sharing this because you never know who you will affect. And I got zero money out of it. I got zero kudos out of it other than from him. I didn't have loads and loads of people who were like, oh my gosh, that's so amazing, you're amazing, let me throw money at you. But just the joy and the fact of somebody's life being changed over a conversation in the gym. I could have been like, dude, bro, let me do my workout. Dude, bro, like, we can talk some other time or whatever. Conversation in the gym. One conversation led to people's lives being changed. You never know who you will affect. You never know how that one conversation with someone you care about and having the guts to share with them what you think, what you feel in a very loving, kind way, how much that can affect them. By unfocusing yourself on yourself and focusing yourself on the present moment need of other people, you can have a tremendous effect. And you don't need money. You don't need to have a certificate of coaching. You don't need to have a doctorate. You don't need to have, there are times where people just need you and need honest feedback from you. And when you can do that and give honest and real, true, honest feedback, the only reason why mine is the way it is when it affected him is because I was there. I felt it and I rose above it long before he was ever in it. If you're a jerk and you are if you're giving financial advice to somebody and you have creditors hounding you, obviously that's not the case. But if you are further along the road and somebody needs your help with just non-material things, just with advice, you could change the life of somebody just by sharing your experience. I hated myself. I thought I was the biggest imposter. Even when I was successful, I felt like a loser. Even when I became fit, when I was in such amazing shape after being deployed overseas, I felt ugly. And it wasn't until getting back into my body, it wasn't until releasing past traumas, it wasn't until releasing these negative blocks, these emotions and everything like that, that I was completely different and changed. And I started liking myself and then ultimately loving myself. All these videos that you're watching right now, this video that you're watching right now, I do this simply because I love it. I do it because I love to share this type of stuff. I love to share these stories. I love to affect people's lives. One person. Every single video, I tell myself, one person, if one person gets something out of it, it's awesome. I don't need money. I have plenty. I don't need fame. I'm all good there. I don't need anything. But I enjoy this so much. And when you can be fully who you are, and you can be fully engaged in what you love and who you love and how you love, you will affect so many people in ways that you could never possibly imagine, and it'll bless you later in life. It'll bless you. So, I challenge you to get to know yourself better, get to love yourself better, find out ways, whether it's through revealing and releasing meditations, whether it's through breath work, like with Breathe with Sandy. The breathwork journey is really awesome. Whether it's through psychoanalysis, whether it's through meditation, whether it's through prayer, whether it's whatever. The more that you can get those fight or flight things out of your body, the more that you can get into who you really are and what you really love, and being okay with somebody not liking you. Being okay with people not liking you. I was helping this one guy at the gym on the heavy bag, helping him with learning how to do Muay Thai kicks. And he was saying that he stopped practicing because he just felt awkward. And I said, look at all these people. None of them care about you. So do not be afraid to do and look like a fool when they literally do not care. And you can see some people like looking like, really? They don't care. Nobody cares. They might make fun of you. Who cares? They're not the ones learning how to do something. Like when I started hitting the heavy bags with my shins, it hurt like crazy. Hurts so bad, especially the harder ones. And now I can go to any heavy bag and just crush it with my shins and do it over and over and over and over again. And I'll have people, even people who do Muay Thai, come and be like, dude, like, whoa, how are you doing that? And it literally was just, nobody wants to get hurt. No one wants to feel the pain. No one wants to do it. And so I just pushed through it. Let it heal for a little bit and then do it again, and let it heal for a little bit and do it again. But my point is with this guy that I was training is that you have to be okay. Is it what you want? Do you want to be able to smash the heavy bag and then ultimately smash people's legs and smash people's livers and smash people's heads if you're kicking? If that's what you want, then freaking do it. But don't not do something just because somebody doesn't want you to do it. I have people who do not like, people very close to me who do not like what I wear. I don't care. I'm wearing it because I want to wear it. Will I change my style at some point? Probably. But there's the door. You don't want to be around me? There's the door. Because I assure you, out of the 7 billion people in the world, or however many there are, there's probably a couple million people who would be just happy to be around me, dressed the way I am. So, be yourself. The more that you're yourself, the more that you can bless other people, the more that you can give, the more the abundance you can give. The more abundant you are with yourself, the more abundant you're going to be with other people.